the second 8 bars of the drop, the vocal comes in. Back it up a little for the groups. We did the drop, which was kick, bass, drums, drop. So all these other groups I made to one big group called the instrumental. The instrumental without the effects. And I have this Soothe plugin on, which is basically, I have it sidechained to the vocal. And basically, it's going to take the peak resonances or the main parts of the vocal, and it's going to push down those frequencies on the instrumental section. But I only have that happening in the middle, because the vocal is primarily in the middle, and the instrumental is around the vocal. So to have the vocal push through the middle, or be the main thing in the middle, it's going to push down the frequencies that it's mainly hitting in the instrumental. Let's look at it. I hope that was easy to explain. So all this happening, all that happening, that's coming from the actual vocal. So what is it doing? It's pushing down those frequencies based off of when those frequencies are happening from the vocal. And like I said, I have it set to mid-side mode, and I have it pushed basically to just the mids, not the sides. So those frequencies on the sides are not being pushed down. They're still pushing through because they're supporting the vocal on the side, while the vocal is in the middle. If you feel like your vocals always get caught in the mix, comment feedback, and I'll help you fix it in your own songs. The little fake out I had, kick. Right. And in this instance, I have another loop. It's a different loop. It's just being filtered in. I try to do as much automation as I can. That's something new. So the other projects that I do, which are older projects, may not have as much automation in one effect going on, but I have a lot of automation going on. So if you look here, I'm sweeping up the filter like that while also changing the Q of the filter, which is just how intense or how resonant the frequency is. So check this out. It just changes it. It just gives a little texture. So I got that going on. The drop is just bounce. It's being sidechained to just those two kicks the same way. Kind of just like a wall of sound. This was the goal. Everything's being filtered in. The effects, the bass, the pads, while the vocal kind of is just the main thing in that section. So let's listen to that again. Everything's actually also being filtered back out too. That way when it hits, back on track. Okay. I thought I did a pretty good job with that. The only last thing I would show you is these little last end of the drop sections where I changed the kick pattern a little bit, and I add some live fills, and it just